What's up, guys? It is your boy Jelly. I am super excited because I leave for Central Asia tomorrow. I'm going to Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan. If you don't know where it's at, check it out, get a map, and then you'll figure it out on your own. But today, I felt inspired to give you the 7 best international trips, / tips, I should say, before you go overseas. I am not a pro at making these videos, nor am I a pro at traveling overseas, but I figured as I'm packing, these are just 7 things that I do to prepare for a big trip, and hopefully they're helpful for you guys and you might learn something. Again, I'm not a pro, so if you have other tips that you do before you travel overseas, just leave it in the comments below. I can learn from it, and other people can learn from it, and we just learn together, all that good stuff. So here's tip number 1. Some of y'all might consider it a little morbid and all this whatnot. You don't have to do this, I do it. I just write letters to all my family, just expressing my love to them, because you never know what's going to happen before you go overseas. Sometimes, you know, if you do anything remotely crazy, like jump out of an airplane or go skydiving or maybe climb a mountain. I'm not going skydiving. I think that's kind of crazy. My wife would probably do it though. But we are going to climb mountains. So anything that's remotely like dangerous, I always write a letter, because you never know what's going to happen, and it allows my family to know what's going on. You don't have to do it. It's just what I do. Second thing I would recommend you do no matter what is to pre-pack for your trip. So a couple of days before you go out on your trip, and no, don't be a last minute packer, learn the dimensions of your airline and what you're going to go through with that. We're going through Turkish Airlines, which means our dimensions are super weird. We get a carry-on and a personal item along with a Trek suitcase. But my carry-ons, they're super specific. They have weight requirements and they have dimension requirements. This is my Osprey pack, which pretty much packs down to anything that I ever needed to. Normally I have this little flappy on here, but because of their dimensions, I cannot have the flappy thingy on there on this trip. But I love Osprey. If you're looking for a pack, I'd get one. Now, number 3, you want to clean your house like spotless. That way, after you spend your entire vacation sleeping on somebody else's bed, or somebody else's mat, or the floor, or something like that, you can come home to a fresh, clean house, and it just makes your life feel so much better and way less stressed. Number 4 is you want to make a worst case plan, which really all this includes for my worst case plan is I have the U.S. Assembly's phone number, or ambassador place, you know what I'm trying to say, and I have a copy of my passport left at home. That way, if something happens, if I ever lose my passport, then I have a backup plan. But please do not lose your passport when you travel overseas. Your passports are like gold, so know where they are at all times and treat them like gold, because it's like your life source. Number 5 is you want to come up with an itinerary. This is my wife's lovely itinerary, printed out nice and beautiful for everybody. She's also in the room right now, so it's kind of awkward. But you want to make sure that you have an itinerary so you know what's going on. In our itinerary, we have all of our tickets printed out ahead of time, all of our destinations and where we're going to, and any other confirmations that we may or may not need on our trip. It's better to have them printed out and ready than to have technology fail you at that exact time. So number 6 is you're going to want to figure out how you're going to pay when you go traveling overseas. So there's basically 3 ways that you can pay: is with cash, or with an ATM pulling cash out, or with an international credit card. I personally recommend using an international credit card because there are 0 fees. I would recommend though finding a card with 0 fees. Not all credit cards are the same. Find one with 0 fees, and then you don't have to worry about exchange or anything like that. If you are using cash, make sure that when you exchange your money over, you're trusting that person to essentially give you the right deal and the right rate. We're actually using cash in this current trip because the people that we're going with, we trust them. So I don't have to worry about that aspect and not getting messed over that. And the last thing that I would give you is to pay all your bills ahead of time. That way you can actually enjoy your vacation and not have to worry about anything, but just to chill and relax like what you wanted to do anyways. So, those are my 7 tips for international travel before you go. Hopefully this video was helpful, and if not, well, you can tell me it wasn't helpful too. But hopefully it was. Leave in the comments below, and follow me if you haven't already done that. See you guys. Alright, let's do it.